Hello dear friends, my name is Jitendra Bafna. I am a senior MuleSoft architect. In this video, we are going to discuss about a Salesforce composite connector. In my last video, I have already published what is a Salesforce composite connector and how to make a connection with Salesforce using Salesforce composite connector via OAuth username and the password authentication mechanism. Okay, so in this video we will focus on one of the operation provided by Salesforce composite connector, and that is execute a composite request. Okay, so let me explain what is execute a composite request. So you have a good documentation provided by a Salesforce. You can go to this particular documentation, and it's let's understand what is a composite request. It's composite request, it's nothing, it's a execute a series of REST API request in the single call. So basically you can perform like a series of operation into a single call. So let's consider I have an account object in Salesforce, I have a contact object in Salesforce, I have an opportunity object in the Salesforce. So basically what we do generally, we generally call, like first we create account whenever we read. So whenever account like we get a response id in the response back, then against that id we do a second call to create a contact, then we do a third call to create the opportunities, like that, right? But this composite operation provide us provide the mechanism where you can do a single call basically to perform all this operation. So let's take this example. So this is the request which we need to send. Currently it have a two operation, or two, it will does two REST API call. So let's consider this is my method. We have to pass a method which is post. We have to pass the REST API URL. It's nothing, services data v version s objects. In my case the object is account. Then we have to pass a reference id. So this is rep account. So basically the output gets stored in this rep account variable. This name can be anything. Then you have to pass the body, so whatever parameters you have to pass for creating the account. Okay, the second request, a second operation is method again post, but this time we are accessing the object called contact. Okay, and here reference id is rep contact, so my contact output will get stored in the rep contact. And body, I'm passing last name, then also I am passing at the rate of rep account dot id. So basically I am reading that id from the output of the first operation basically. Okay, so let me, so also as I mentioned, you can use the output of one request as the input to the subsequent request. That is what we have done it here basically, right? The request is in the composite call are called as a sub request. So this is the sub request, this is sub request 2, like that. Okay, so let me go to the demo first. So I created one small application having the transform message. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me drag and drop operation called execute composite request. Okay, so then I have to give a connector configuration take by default. So we have created this connector configuration in our last demo, so you can refer that. So that's it, like request body payload. Now in transform message what I will do, I will just copy this payload. So you have to pass this payload. This is the request that you need to pass to the connector. So let me open the notepad. Okay, so in composite request sample name I can give some name like James John. Okay, then in contact I can say last name is John. Okay, so let me copy this. I will copy and I will pass this as a transform message. Or even what you can do, you don't require transform message also, we will use the postman and we will pass this body directly as a input to the HTTP listener. Okay, let me run the application. So I will pause my video till the application is starting. Okay, hello guys, welcome back. So my application has been successfully deployed. So now I will go to postman and I will try one request. So basically a request is very simple, where we are creating the account with name this, and also we are adding a contact basically. Okay, let me send the request and let's see what response comes. So I'm waiting for my response. So I got a successful response. Let me do the response in the better. Okay, it's I will just change to JSON. So okay, so this is my response. If you see what is the response here, for it able to successfully create the account, but while creating the contact I got some error because I haven't passed one field, that is test one, which is the compulsory field. So what I will do, so let me check whether the account has been created. In this case contact is not created but account is created. So let me check account if any recently added account. Let me go back. I'm waiting. So you can see a new account has been added. Okay, JM Zone. If I say contact, I think no contact has been added because I got the error. So what I will do, I will try to pass a contact, that particular field, so I can pass that as a body in the contact, which is test1C. Okay, and I can pass any, just for namesake I can pass any value, then I can put comma. Now what I will do, I will, instead of jam zone I can make it 1, and let me send the request again. Okay, so let me make it JSON. So you can see everything is no error because your contact has been also added and account is also added, right? That is successful. I will do one thing, so to make it better, transform message at the output side. Okay, I will simply say JSON payload console. Okay, let's application to deployed. So let verify what happens there. So this time, where is my, let me refresh a contact. There should be one contact added. So you can see John, and its account, it's against the account ID James John 1, right? Now let me verify the accounts also. Okay, you can see the James Jones one is also added. Now I will do something else to make you better understanding. So I can put this as a control V. I will add two accounts, James John 2. Okay, and then I will take one more request. I'm checking. Okay, this is the I copy this. Okay, and I will put it as a enter control V, put this as a comma. Here I will say JM John 3. I will change the rep account 1. Variable should be unique. Okay, and the contact I have to map against this, the rep account ID. Then I will add one more contact. Okay, and I will say John 1, John 2. So I am mapping a two contact against this particular account. Also I will add few more contact for ref account 1. So I can say ref account 1 dot id, 1 dot id, John 3, John 4. Okay, let me paste it this. Let me send the request. Okay, so you can see rep contact. Okay, what mistake I have done? Because all the rep contact must be unique basically. Okay, so basically it should be rep contact. Let me do rep contact 1, rep contact 2. Okay, then I can say rep contact 3. Okay, like that. Then I will change this to John 4, James Jones 5. Okay, copy this request and try to send it again. Okay, just say Jason. This time everything is successful. Let me verify that. So it should add few more account. So let me refresh it. So you can see John 5 and 4 has been added. So let me check what are the contacts added, like, you know. So if you see again John's 4, James John, James 5, you can see there are two contact added. Again John 4, James John, again there are few more contact has been added, right? You can see that. So that is why the Salesforce composite connector is very useful. Like instead of performing like like a series of call into multiple requests, it provide you liberty to do the single call, and you can perform the multiple APIs call within the single request, right? So that is how the Salesforce composite connector is very useful. In next video we will see how we can include the transaction. Here we have seen like you like we have added the account if our contact is get filled but still account is there, but there is a facility where you can do the rollback and all those things automatically. The transaction you can enable the transaction, we will see in upcoming videos. So yeah, I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please click on like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching.